We can speak now to Roger Casale, who is the founder of New Europeans and a former member of the British Parliament. He's joining us live from Florence. Great to have you with us on the NewsHour. So all this negotiating blocked by just two countries. How can they wield so much power on such an important issue?
Well, good evening. Thank you. They have a veto over the European Recovery Programme, and they are exercising their veto, as a result of which the citizens of Poland and Hungary will not receive large amounts of money in Eurobonds and in loans and in grants that would aid Poland and Hungary in their recovery. And of course, the reason they're doing that is because they want to carry on doing other things that they're doing, breaching the rule of law, undermining democracy and so on. The European Union won't stand for that. And so there's a stalemate.
Is there an argument, though, that if some EU members won't uphold its values, that perhaps they shouldn't be in the EU at all?
I think that would be going too far. I think it would be a shame to lose Poland and Hungary from the European Union. Just remember, there are many people. New Europeans has New Europeans Budapest, and we work with people in Poland, and there are wonderful people in Poland fighting for the rule of law. Judge Monika Frikowiak standing up for the rule of law. She's a judge. Marta Lempart fighting for the rights of women to have an abortion. Esther Nagy in Hungary. There are lots of pro-Europeans in Hungary and Poland, and we shouldn't throw Poland and Hungary out. We should think of how we can produce a situation where Hungary and Poland obey the rules and are true to the values of Europe. That Europe is not just a community of interests; it's a community of values. And real Europeans believe in the rule of law. Real Europeans believe in democracy. Orbán claims to be a European, but he's not a European if he doesn't obey the rule of law. He's not a European if he doesn't respect democracy. So the European Union is right to stay firm, and let's hope that the European Union can prevail. It's quite a serious crisis.
Absolutely. And how might this crisis, this stalemate, be overcome?
Well, we've been here before with the European Union. In the 1960s, there was the empty chair crisis when de Gaulle threatened to leave. Also in the late 90s, we had Haider's very right-wing party in Austria, where sanctions were needed. But I think it's a very serious crisis. We need to remember that the European Union, what it means to be a European, is to stand up for the rule of law. We can't have a European Union without the rule of law. So Hungary and Poland have to decide: do they want this money for their citizens? Do they want to obey the rules of the club that they're a member of? Are they really Europeans? What does it mean to be a European today? And what it means to be a European today is to respect the rule of law. This is a mea culpa from Hungary and Poland. This is the Hungarian and Poland government putting their hands up and saying, yeah, we are breaking the rule of law. We are undermining democracy. We've got a problem here because you're not going to give us some money unless we stop breaking the rule of law. We don't want to do that. Unless we stop undermining democracy, we don't want to do that. So in a way, it's an admission of guilt by these governments. They know that they have to come into line. Coming into line isn't an offence against their sovereignty. It's about what it means to be a member of the European Union, and it means respect for those values. The European Union is not just a community of interests; it's also a community of values, and you have to respect those values. You have to respect those rules if you want to stay a member of the club.
Okay, Roger Casale, thanks very much for your insight into this issue. Thank you.